Hey YouTube, Unknown Gamer here, and as you can see, we are playing Miami of Florida this week, in week 2, here in our Arizona Dynasty. In case you did not know, right here I'm just going to scroll through some basic things. We still not won a championship, and we've only been here 1 year, so not too bad, and we did go to the Rose Bowl. But right here's our schedule, in case you did not remember. Pretty decent schedule. As an A for schedule strength. Miami hasn't had a game yet, but right here's the big stats. Derek Reynolds, the freshman starter, almost goes for 200 yards in his first game, gets 1 touchdown, but the bigger stat line is 10 rushes for 113 yards and 4 touchdowns as he beats out Kadeem Carey for the leading rusher on the team right now. I will not be showing recruiting because, like I told you guys, there won't be any recruiting shown until every 3rd or 4th week. And we're only in week 2. So next week you guys might see some. Yeah, you guys will probably see something next week. And then you won't see anything probably until. Yeah, and then you won't see anything until probably. Sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of customization here. And then you guys probably won't see any recruiting until you'll see probably recruiting week 9. Ah, come on. Gosh dang it. 4-3, controls, regular, and then Oregon 1. And just so you guys know, my playbook is different from the Online Dynasty in this one, so that gives you an idea of when I'm recording this video. It is different. It is the Oregon playbook I have, not the Ohio State one. But also something else you guys don't know is, something else that I would like to say in this video, is the recruiting will not be shown for Online Dynasty until everybody's committed. Or if somebody commits, I will just scroll down, block out everybody else's name, and just have their name. Also, something else that you guys might want to know is, in this dynasty right here, recruiting will only be shown every third week. But right here, the big story today is Duke Johnson. We have to shut him down, and that will be a fight to shut down Duke Johnson, as it will turn up the sound. But that will be by far the toughest part of winning today. We'll be shutting down Duke Johnson, and I'm assuming, I haven't looked at their roster yet, and I'm going to probably start. I haven't done it yet. I have not seen their roster, but I'm going to assume is an explosive Miami, Florida offense, probably really fast too, because I would assume at least that they have more than just Duke Johnson for speed, because normally teams have more than one speedster, and he is by far one of their speediest players probably. But let's see what Kadeem Carey can do, as he already has 114 yards in the first game. So he had 200-yard rushers in the last game, and that's amazing. But also, you do see this is the first road and late night game for Derek Reynolds. So he has 2 firsts tonight and a first game against a ranked team. So hopefully he still does good. If he starts to struggle, I will put in a new Solomon, but that's kind of a last resort scenario. As Kadeem Carey gets a 4-yard rush. So far on the day, he's 2 rushes for 4 yards. Not looking like he did last year. Not as explosive, but also this is a Miami team who's probably put a lot of focus on him this week. Mainly aiming to stop the run game. Not really worrying about our passing game. But don't worry, we'll make him pay for that later. But right here. Oh, wow. They bring a blitz, and Derek Reynolds gets free. Barely avoids the shooting tackle, and then tries to keep and bounce. But Hill or Wharton, I don't know which one it is, shoves him out of bounds, basically says, get out of bounds. You're not going to be able to run this one as far as you think against this Miami defense. And I agree. But, yeah, so far we're looking pretty good. And right here, as Kadeem Carey does go back, and he does get an 8-yard rush. rush after bouncing back outside. So yeah, I'm still trying to get Kadeem Carey over 1,000 yards for back-to-back years, as he'd be in all my dynasties that you. And if you watch the video on the Online Dynasty, you saw how many dynasties I've had. I think Kadeem Carey is my first 1,000-yard rusher, and that tells you how little of a focus I put on the ground. To me, the ground is a secondary, kind of like that safety. It's like this seat belt. It's just a safety precaution. If I need it, I have it. That's what it's always like for me on dynasties. Maybe I had a quarterback somewhere in there get 1,000 yards, but I never had a running back. And Kadeem Carey has given me a whole new outlook on the running game in this game, and has shown me that truly, if you get the right running back, you can do amazing with the running game. And right here, I've shown you guys most of the first drive, which is a rarity, but that'll be happening more as we have as we will probably be having some shorter videos. But Derek Reynolds' first designed run of the game for him goes 9 yards. No, his first designed run for him goes 9 yards. So far we're looking pretty good. He still has not thrown a single pass yet, but also we have I'm going to try and establish the run game like I did last year, and then we'll drop back in passing. Where Cormier, they forget to cover Cormier. My freshman, second string running back, and he breaks 2 tackles before getting shoved out of bounds, but he gets 20 yards first. So pretty good game so far against Miami defense, who hasn't been able to stop us at all. And I will be running the jet sweep on this play. Man, I hope Bailey can get that block on the corner. If Bailey doesn't get it, Bailey doesn't get the block. Gosh dang it. That's the only bad thing about Bailey is he cannot get that block on the outside corner. If you look right there, immediately he's the first guy to lose his block, I think. And second one guy lets a block go on that play, it seems like the floodgates are open. And why is he coming out of slot on this play? I don't know why. Oh yeah, he is my slot receiver, isn't he? Over Richards? I think he might be. And yeah, as you see, the crowd's so energetic for us. Let me check that real quick, because I didn't think he was ahead of Richards. But I want to check real quick and see. I think I put him there in formation subs. Yeah, I did put him there in formation subs. Gosh dang it. Yeah, and he's not slot, but he is there in formation subs. He's going up. Like, everybody's getting a boost today. As Derek Reynolds up to an 82 overall, everybody's getting a boost because Bailey's up to an 82 too, so everybody's getting a boost. Sorry about that. Excuse me. But right there, as you see, Derek Reynolds did. Yeah, he ran into the end zone, wasn't he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Derek Reynolds. I have terrible short-term memory. But yeah, so far we've done pretty good on offense. Our offense made quick work of this Miami defense. And after an amazing stand by our defense, which ends right here with the Pettinato sack, he had one hit earlier that was a hit right as the quarterback, right as Williams got ready to throw, and then he has this hit, the sack. The other one was just a knockdown. I think it was a knockdown or a hurry, whatever you want to call it. A little bit of both, actually. But right here, always bring the punt block man on punts, just because, I don't know. I feel like I have a better chance of blocking it because they're focused on a man. It actually did work for me. One time I got a punt block out of that, but I've never gotten one off of the punt block formation, actually. So, yeah. First thing we are going to do, though, is we are going to run play action seams, and we're going to hope that a seam does actually open up, like it is listed. Right, we do have Whartons and Richards out there. Oh, jeez. They immediately blitz us, but, and Derek Reynolds on the run picks out Austin Hill, who they left open, and that was a pretty good pass right there and a pretty good read. That's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want this year. That's how we are going to play offense a lot too. Will be a lot of these play action rolls. They immediately assume that Derek Reynolds is going to run because he has the speed to, and he's torched them all game. So they immediately did what most people would do in that situation. And second he started rolling out, they jumped him, but they forgot to cover Austin Hill, who is our second best overall rated player, I think, second or third, behind Kadeem Carey, who gets in the end zone on a short little rush. And this game's starting to look like a blowout, and we're starting to see the full force of this Arizona team, has the defense now picking it up a notch, and the offense following them. Offense they're not really picking it up from last game, because last game they did pretty much the same thing. They torched Penn State's defense, second Penn State's defense. Second Penn State went down by 14. Their defense just got torched because they had to start trying to create stuff. And then the offense, and then after defense got torched, offense had to try and do something, and then the offense just got torched. But yeah, right here, I'm going to assume that they're going to run the ball right here, now left. And, oh, they do fake it, but right there, we do once again hit Ryan Williams in the backfield. We still get him, but wasn't a sack. And I will be, of course, now dropping back into man coverage. And right here, oh my gosh, I swear. Okay, it didn't. Whoa, weird formation. I hate it when teams do this stuff. And Jackson! Oh, Jackson doesn't get him, but we do stop him 1 yard short of that first down. Oh my gosh, that could have gone terribly wrong right there. So many bad things could have happened. But instead, we keep it right here. And I will be switching over to Romero because I feel like they're going to run this ball to the right. And I guessed right. And we stop him. We stop Duke Johnson. And that's his first rush of the game. Sir Thomas Jackson gets the stop right there. And I will run the normal punt block now just to show you guys what I mean. And that's the end of the first quarter. As it ends 14-0. As you do see, yeah, Derek Reynolds has one and so does Kadeem Carey. Both of our Heisman candidates have a touchdown so far, which is exactly what you want to see as a coach. And as an Arizona fan, you want to see many. You want to see 2 guys up there for the Heisman. And if we could, 3 would be great, but I think 2 is truly amazing. I've done that in some of my other dynasties, and it's the greatest feeling because nobody can stop you when you have 2 Heisman. When you have 2 guys running for the Heisman. For crying out loud, I had one point where I had where I had guys 1 and 2 for the Heisman race. And at the last game of the year, I just flat out just stuck to a game plan, and it ended up being Braxton Miller beating out Ezekiel Elliott for the Heisman. But so that tells you what 2 teams I was using. But oh, speaking of great quarterbacks, Derek Reynolds is one for the future. If you want to see an amazing quarterback, watch this series. This is how you use an amazing quarterback on NCAA. You get somebody like Derek Reynolds, and you just go ham. And then, on top of it, you set up an amazing run, or amazing running game too, and that's what we have with Kadeem Carey. As the first quarter just now ended, really 30 seconds ago. This is our 3rd or 4th play since the end of the first, and we already have 100 yards rushing on the day. And Kadeem Carey almost has 100 yards too. And bad read by me. The guy was lined up too far out. I couldn't see him on my screen. And this is why you always make sure you can see everybody on your screen. Because if you don't, that's what will happen. So I will run a quick slant here though, trying to see if I can find somebody over the middle. Actually, Kadeem Carey doesn't have as many yards as I thought he has. But oh well. Right here. Oh, I see Warren wide open in the end zone. As we pick him out for the 11-yard reception. First passing touchdown of the day. Second of his career for Derek Reynolds. As he steps into this Arizona team that is amazingly talented. And basically, I will tell you right now, Solomon, although he's taken that snap, he still has an impact player. And there's one reason why I think he still deserves that, is the reason that we have the team that we do this year is because although he's backup, he had a lot to do with us, with how we played last year and us being here being ranked in the top 10 and having, I feel, the commits that we do. Because a lot of those commits committed after seeing that game, and I like to believe it is because of the way that we played, and we could use youthful players, young players, old players, everybody the same. And Derek Reynolds is not Derek Reynolds, but Derek Reynolds is a great show, that is a great sign that we can use anybody, that we can use a freshman, and just because you started last year doesn't mean your position's secure. But yeah, that's what he shows, and that's really what this whole team symbolizes right now to me, is a team that everybody's starting position is at risk coming into every game and leaving every game. Right here, we've been getting burnt on these post routes last 2 plays in a row, and one of them, oh my gosh, what's his face, the outside linebacker, I forget his name, Mark Romero gets hit, just got burnt, and oh wow, that sucks. That really does, because I thought we had that diving tackle just right, perfect timing and everything. But no, Bondurant just a little bit too fast. If he was there a little bit later, that's a stop for 2 or 3 yard loss, and we're looking at a stop there too. But right here, Michigan and Utah in a tie, and that's very important to us because we will play Utah later in the season. And if Utah beats them, they probably will find they'll probably find themselves somewhere around the top 25. And Richards get very bad return. My fault. Shouldn't have taken that one out. Right here, best play of the game. Really an amazing play right here. Right here, you do see Derek Reynolds. I'll show you a better view on this one. But first touchdown for James Bailey. I come out here, 4 verticals. We've been running the ball a lot. They come out here, and immediately, first thing I notice is nobody is on Bailey. And you'll see later where that comes in. As they immediately start going out, I put just enough lead on there where James Bailey just catches that ball practically in the end zone. And right here, yeah, as they say, great moment right there for James Bailey, as he now helps us go up 28-7. Like they said, he has a lot more of those to come in his career, and probably a lot more to come in this game. Even, as I probably will end up putting out the backup offense, except for Kadeem Carey, as I will probably almost always keep in Kadeem Carey, and that means a new Solomon will get some playing time, and that's something that I'm sure he would like. But of course, this stupid connecting registers me as calling a timeout there. Right here, you see, with 30 seconds left, Miami actually did do pretty good, and oh wow, they're gonna go for it. They do have a running. Crap. I'm gonna bring a blitz here, and hope that yeah, they're gonna run this ball right. I almost guarantee that they run this right. And oh wow, it's a pass play. No, son of I get burnt again. That's I hate it when teams do that. I got too used to Penn State last night. I should have dropped back in the zone, let him run the ball, let him run out the clock. Instead, now they're making it look like one heck of a game going into half. As now it's 14-28 going into half, and they get the ball after half too. So of course, I'm going to try and score a touchdown here. I have to, if you ask me. If you ask me, I have to try and get a touchdown on this play, on this drive, just so we can look at this kind of has a little bit more of a gain going into half. As you see, we've had 4 pass plays, 18 rushing plays. Like if I'm on defense right now, I'm looking at this team thinking, okay, obviously from what they've done today, it's going to be a pure run to end off the quarter, and well, the half. And well, we come out here and we're gonna pass the ball, and barely gets that first step. And oh, I thought after the first step he'd be gone. Oh man, gosh dang it. I just saw him get that first step. Second he got that first step, I thought he was off. I thought it was done. And they're going to play up on us again. When will they learn not to play up on us? And that we do have the better first step. As once again I lead the ball to Hill. Oh no. Gosh dang it. That was my bad. Purely, I take full fault for that though. I tried to just be greedy and go and try and get one more touchdown, but now I could possibly give Miami a chance to find themselves right back into this game, as I'm sure they will try and do. And you couldn't even blame them for trying to find one more way into this game, as he will take one last pass here. And they dump it off short to Duke Johnson, who runs out of bounds. So we go into half up 28-14. Do not like that one bit. Oh my gosh, we need to really do some work this week in practice on making sure that we can stop them on defense. And our defense this year, before the year, I could have told you it's going to be the Achilles heel, and it's starting to kind of look like the Achilles. It's starting to look more and more like the Achilles heel every single day, as we just don't have the defense to put up a fight to shut teams out. And also, you think about it, this year we really won a national championship. So if we can't make stops against Miami, unless Miami has an amazing season, it's going to be one heck of a fight if we do make it to the national championship. And if not, just think about the Pac-12 championship or Oregon. Those games are going to be fights to the very end, like they should be, and like they were last year. But, well, not the Pac-12 championship. That wasn't a fight to the very end. That was more of a short little fight that we ended up winning very easily. And right here, McKnight comes up with the first pick of the season for us, as he answers their turnover. Our pick right there with this pick right here. And McKnight, he's one of those guys I knew coming into this year, he had to do something this year. He'd be a key player defensively. And I always wanted him lining up against their best player, because let's face it, McKnight's our best corner by far, and probably one of our best defensive player on this team. So of course I want him lining up near their best receiver. That way we don't have to worry about one of their really good players and then having somebody like Albert Smith guard him, because he just doesn't have the experience to keep up to get stops against them. And right here, not a lot left really in yards to go. We are going to run this option, and oh man, that works so well when the quarterback ends up being the one that when they target the running back. Instead, they target the quarterback this time, and well, didn't work out as well as I wanted to, but still, a 6-yard run is a 6-yard run. It's still pretty good. And right as they do cheat up, Derek Reynolds breaks the kid's ankle, and I tried to dive into the end zone. Sorry about that, a little shaking on the screen. Gosh dang, my controller disconnected too. Sorry about that. I'll fix it right there. That should make it better. Right here, we are going to hand the ball off though to Kadeem Carey to finish off this drive. I hope Cormier comes in to finish off the drive. The freshman. Can the freshman do it? No, the freshman cannot finish off the drive. He doesn't have the strength to do it. Oh, gosh dang it. So now, hopefully, Kadeem Carey's back in. No, it's still Cormier, so should I... You know what? I'll give Cormier another chance. And Cormier proves to me that one more chance was well worth it. As we do get in the end zone, and we find ourselves up 34-14 over Miami, and hopefully right here we can make it 35-14. Yes, we do. 35-14, Arizona, 7th ranked Arizona over 19th ranked in Miami. And right here, as you do see, USC beats Boston College 38-17. I didn't look at the stats, but I will definitely be looking at those later to see who we really have to watch out for. But I did also look at the injury report. Number one thing I'm looking for in this, and when we play USC, is not I don't think that he'll still be out, but I know they have a safety out right now, and he's out for like 10 or 13 weeks. And I think 10 or 12 weeks, and I think we play them like week 13 or something like that. We play him late in the season, but I don't think it's not week 13. I think it's like week 12 or something. So we might actually end up playing him while he's out, which would benefit us, but also it's a shame that the guy went out. And was that? Oh, I think it was Birch that missed the sack right there. Oh man, I switched off of the guy. Yeah, it was Birch who misses his first. Birch would have had his first sack of his career right there, but instead the quarterback breaks his tackle, which was one of the reasons I was looking at Lilly, because Lilly, I know. Wait, no, it was Melvin. I think it might have been Melvin. But still, if we would have had Lilly, I feel like Lilly would have gotten there too, and he would have been able to do something about it too. But dang, then Duke Johnson tears us up for and he's been doing that a lot today, getting about 5-6 yard rushes, which is unacceptable to me. And just like that, I played real gutsy and came with a blitz, and Miami gets a touchdown off of it. I'm not even going to show the replay because it was embarrassing. I brought the blitz, and, well, tight end slipped out uncovered into the end zone, and now we're looking at a 2-score ball game in the third quarter. Late in the third quarter, but Michigan will drop as they lose to Utah, and Utah looking pretty good actually. Defense is what won that game for them. And yeah, like they said, oh wow, as their running back was their best player, and their defense was the star, and defense was the star of the game last time we played them, weren't they? I think it was the defense that really figured out how to shut us down for a little bit, and then the fourth quarter we just blew it wide open. But right here, I'm going to be mixing in some play action and some run, but I'm going to be trying to milk clock whenever I run the ball. It will be purely just to milk the clock. But right here, as I do find Cormier out here open, and he does get 5 yards on the play, so pretty good. And I'm probably going to, we'll run one more play, and then we'll take that into the fourth quarter. We'll take the 2 touchdown lead going into the fourth. And right here, they go that. They jump. They go for a Kadeem carry, and then Derek Reynolds sneaks out and gets the first down, and that will be that'll be the last play of the third quarter, unless of course, and I was gonna say if they play up, I'm gonna try a deep shot, but right here, and they're even coming on a blitz a little bit. No, we're going to run out the clock, let the clock run out, and then we'll go into the fourth quarter up by 2. And hopefully we can keep that lead throughout the fourth quarter. And, well, so far it's been a pretty good game offensively for us. Offensively, we've destroyed them. Defensively, we need to do some work there, because Oregon won't start off slow. The thing that saved us today was a slow start offensively from Miami. Now, we all know how Oregon is. Oregon's going to come out firing, because that's what they did that in the last time we played them. We stopped them once, I think, and then they just started off firing, and we slowed them down as the game went on. This year, I don't think we're going to be a team that's going to slow teams down around second, third quarter, and then first and fourth quarter are our worst 2 quarters. I don't feel that's how we will be this year. I feel like this year at times, first quarter is our best quarter, and then we die out throughout the game, and we can't. I hate the stupid connect thing, and we can't just come out like we did today and play. I mean, we played decent. I mean, we didn't play bad at all by any standards. But offensively we didn't, but defensively, defense was not where I wanted to be. And Derek Reynolds does actually, on the run right there, is just hoping that somebody would come down with that on our team. And Austin Hill is sitting right there, right in perfect position to catch that ball, as it did go right down into his hands. He had to bend over a little bit to pick it up, but still a good catch, and it's inside the 12-yard, and it's inside the 20 too. So overall, pretty good play right there. We're right here as we come out and out of the shotgun right there. They do try and throw Kadeem Carey forward, and I was really hoping that they would, but they don't. But also something else that you guys saw right there was we have 200 some yards rushing. Sorry about the chain going by. I'm sure that's annoying as heck. But right here, so you do see I do shift out of that play real quick, and oh wow, I was kind of hoping that they went, and they do leave Warren wide open in the end zone. I was kind of hoping that they'd leave somebody like barely open so I could get one of our freshmen another big play. Right here, Derek Reynolds so far looking pretty good other than that one pick. He's looking amazing today. Right there, 2 passing touchdowns now. Just showing that he should be a candidate, that he should be that much higher on the Heisman candidacy every single day. And right here, as we go up 42-21, but man, our defense, we haven't even gotten 3 sacks today yet. That's the thing that worries me, is we still haven't gotten our 3rd sack, and last year we had those easily. We would have 3 sacks by now. And it's the difference between this year and last year is amazingly high. Last year I felt our defensive line was a lot better, and it was. But something else I feel is our secondary is better this year. Although we're giving up more pass yards, it's just the quarterback has more time to sit back there. Like last year, that screenplay, he would have had a hand in his face when he threw that. He wouldn't have been able to sit back there like, okay, who's open, who's not. Let's go through my progressions on a screenplay. And right there, oh, Devin Gordon had the pick there too and everything. And oh wow, we just don't get to it. But yeah, I know last year's line was a lot better, but I feel if we could have somewhat of the line we had last year in the secondary we have this year, we would be unbeatable because we have an amazing secondary. Because our secondary is good enough to give us the time to stop to get to the quarterback. We just don't have the talent to get to the quarterback. And right here, Melvin gets cut out immediately, and then McKnight. Oh, they say that he got across the line. I don't think he did. If you ask me, he didn't get across. That was not a first down, if you ask me. But then again, I am a little bit biased. But Pettinato, right here, as he's going to be coming off the side. He comes off the side, spins outside, and gets there, and that's the 3rd sack. Finally, we get that elusive 3rd sack. As I normally try and get those before the 3rd quarter, and that's how I determine how good a game is. If we get it in the 1st quarter, it's an amazing game. 2nd quarter, it's a good game. 3rd quarter, we're doing okay. 4th quarter, we need to work on our pass rush for next year. And that's what I'm trying to do in recruiting is I'm looking at the defense, but also at defensive ends especially. That's what I'm looking at most is the defensive ends because we have defensive tackles. We don't have amazing defensive tackles, but we're probably one of the most useful teams in the Pac-12 at defensive tackles. And they just threw the ball right over us, and oh my gosh! Just as I was praising him, Dorsett just beats Babish off the line and just destroys him afterwards. I mean, my gosh. I don't even know what happened there. All I know is Dorsett just made Babish look like a fool. And Birch doesn't get credited with the sack, but he got back there. And I think early in the game it was Birch who missed his 1st sack because the quarterback broke the tackle. And, well, so far we're looking pretty good, but nothing real big happening is right here. Melvin gets through, and he gets ready to put a big hit on the quarterback, but doesn't get there in time. Right here, as we see, the game ends 42-21. They ended up getting 301 yards passing. And that's embarrassing if you ask me. That's embarrassing as a defense to give up that many yards through the air. And it's not that our secondary is bad. It's just we don't have the pass rush that I like to have. Because I normally, for the plays that I run, and for the defense that I like to use, you have to have good pass rush. Because if you don't, you're never going to end up being a. And for the way I play personally, like I said, my style of play and my formations and everything fit a good front four. Every team needs a good front four. We don't have that yet here, but we will, and we'll get that hopefully next year. And until next time, like, comment, and subscribe.